The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. We need to remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. That is why the only citadel of learning where you can enroll your child award so as to secure a better and bright future is Amton College. Amton College is a dynamic, progressive institution that provides a broad range of comprehensive and qualitative higher education at affordable cost to all children, irrespective of social class. Amton College is a government-approved institution located in the Serenity of the area of Lagos State. We are well known for our quality education through qualified and well-trained teachers. Our top available facilities include good multipurpose hall for seminars, conferences, workshops, standard ICT center, sports complex, playground, good and standard libraries, standard laboratories such as biology, chemistry, and physics laboratory. Our top extracurricular activities include inter-house sports, special music class, quiz, debates, spelling bee, dance, excursions, French or foreign language classes. Some of our best club activities include music and arts and craft, mentoring advocacy network, field trip, personal development class, talent discovery and development programs, and lots more. Come and enroll your child award at Amton College today, which is situated at 3/5 Mathematical Event Street, Parkview Estate, GNT, Lagos State, Nigeria. For more inquiries, please call us on 091-213-34027, or you can visit our Facebook page, which is Amton College, or you can mail us via our email address, which is amtoncollege1@gmail.com. Amton College, nurturing your child award in the right direction.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Ekale, ekwole.
The function of education.
Yeah, I know the function of education, yes. Ekale, ekwole. You're all welcome to this beautiful program tonight. Yes, you're on Prevailing Issues with Ajoke, and your host is still your beautiful young Ajoke. Yes, you're welcome. On this program, if you're just a newcomer, we do anything trending, anything prevailing in the society, especially family, politics, economy, gist, gossips, anything, lifestyle, anything that you can think about. We'll talk about it here. People will say we are doing beboom, but we do beboom to get something out of it. Yes, I will commissioner. Now, tonight, yes, we've got two important topics that we want to be treating tonight. You know, those things that have been on our table for a very long time, which we decided not to just hammer on it so much. It's about Mohbad. Yes, we don't really want to go into it because we've seen that a lot of people are just catching clues on it. Some are making, fun of it as far as I'm concerned, and some are even, politicizing it and making it look as if it has to do with politics, and it's just a lot of things that people are clout chasing on it. So we don't want to go that route, and we say, okay, the best thing is, seriously, if I catch for corner, I just get with your cat it. Kazim Adeyinka, you want to catch Yawini Yawo for corner. With this thing that they're always abusing, don't come and catch me. So, you're welcome, sir. So what I want to say is this, yeah, we feel we shouldn't just be talking about it when we don't have an update, because all we should be concerned about is updates. But before we go into Mohbad's case, yes, we want to talk first and foremost about marriages, when couples separate. Why do we, especially the women, we use children as bait for our spouses? Yes, our exes. My main thing today is about the case study is about Dotun and Debanj sister. We know Debanj now is a popular musician and is so big. We all know Debanj in Nigeria. His own junior sister is married to one Dotun. Dotun is, I think, a content creator, or is into media too. So they are both in the limelight. Iyola Abiodun, you're welcome. Omolade Adewale, you're welcome, and every other person. Yes. So those two celebrities, I'll call them, have been dragging themselves out there on the Instagram. Wọ́n ti ń jà lórí Instagram. Bóyá ká ṣe ní Yorùbá àbí kí lẹ fẹ́ o. Do you want us to do it in Yoruba or English? Which one do you prefer? Whichever one, anyway. Yeah, they've been dragging themselves on the internet because most of, you know why I always like to do it in Yoruba? Most of my viewers that are on YouTube, of course, so many will say we want Yoruba, but I have want to reach some people. So these are women in Nigeria, mostly old elderly women that follow me so much on YouTube. Do you understand? And most of them, they get this information from the local people on Facebook. And you know those people that I call local people, you understand? It's not that they don't speak English, but they give their own message in Yoruba, and these people catch on it and they hold on it. So please forgive me, let me do it in Yoruba so that these people are the people, the targets that I really want to get are these women that are being used. They are vulnerable, so they get information and they act on that information without getting the real gist. So àwọn ni mo fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn ìyá mi kan wà lórí YouTube tí mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè mọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ jẹ́ n sọ Yorùbá, ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tèmi. So lórí ètò tí mo fẹ́ ṣe lẹ́yìn ètò méjì ni. Ìkíní ní ti àbúrò Debanj, wọ́n pe lady yẹn ní Taiwo àbí Kẹ́hìndé ló ń jẹ́, má bínú. Taiwo Oyèbánjọ àti ọkọ ẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ Dọ̀tun. Àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n jẹ́ celebrities. Àmọ́ Debanj pé olórí ẹni tí ó lágbára gidi ni, ẹni tó olókìkí ọmọ ni Debanj. Yes, ẹ ti rí gò tí mo lò yìí. Àjọkẹ́ ló ń tà. Ẹ pè mí Prada, we've got them, we've got Versace, we've got Ferragamo, we've got different types. But I will talk about my products later. But first and foremost, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ sọ ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tí mo bá wá. Ẹ̀kẹ́ alẹ́ yìí dùn dáadáa. Yọlá Abíọ́dún. Yes, ṣé rí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ àti ìyàwó? Mostly tá bá jà, tí ọkọ àti ìyàwó bá jà, especially àwọn obìnrin, a máa ń fi àwọn ọmọ dá ọkọ wa lágara. Àwọn tí mò ń sọ yìí, wọ́n ti ń fa ìjà yìí sìn àti fẹ́ tó bí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì, bí 2 weeks, they've been on it. Wọ́n ti ń bára wọn takùn ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ti gbé lọ sórí Gistlover, tí wọ́n ti gbé káàkiri gbogbo orí YouTube. Mi ò dá sí because ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ló bá wa gidi gan. In fact, ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yẹn gba gbogbo orí afẹ́fẹ́, kò tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ká rí nǹkan míì. But thank God we are getting somewhere. So at least I lè deviate a little bit from Mohbad and talk about something else. Now, ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ní kejì tí máa yìí sọ, mo yìí máa sọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ibi tán bá ẹjọ́ dé lẹ́nìí àti gbogbo àwọn onísọkúsọ. But first tí mo sọ, tí Taiwo àti ọkọ Ìdọ̀tun yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì yìí, ó bani lọ́kàn jẹ́. Wọ́n ti ní good relationship all along, tá a gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọmọ méjì ni wọ́n bí ọmọ méjèèjì sílùú òyìnbó, which is America. The children are American citizens. So àwọn ọmọ yìí, àwọn ọmọ ìlú America ni. Ọkọ àti ìyàwó yìí, wọ́n wà ní limelight. Ìyàwó jẹ́ àbúrò Debanj gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ, tó jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ ẹ̀ jí dáadáa, ó wà okay. Debanj is a big boy. Ọwọ́ ẹ̀ jí, ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀. I think one boy only manager her, but they work together. You understand? She works with the brother. Now, Dọ̀tun Kẹ̀rẹ́, òun náà wà into limelight, is into media and is doing his own too very well. Òun náà bàjẹ́ lọ́kùnrin. Àwọn méjèèjì dá, ìyàwó fine, ọkọ fine. Ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ lálẹ́ ìgangan, mi ò ní go deep into their matter because of time. But ohun tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ gangan ni pé wọ́n ti ń jà lórí ọkọ ló kọ́kọ́ sunkún jáde. Ẹ mọ̀ pé lórí internet lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí, à ń rí àwọn ọkùnrin tó ń jáde gan lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ síta. Initially, it was difficult for men to come out to cry out. So many times they have been abused, but they keep quiet. Of course, we know mostly when you talk of abuses, you hold on to pé ọkùnrin gangan ló máa abuse obìnrin because they have the higher power according to Africans, you know. So, but of recently, I think àwọn ọkùnrin tó ti ń jáde, so many ọkùnrin ni wọ́n ti ń go through nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí, tí mo mú èèyàn kan one on one, tí ẹni yẹn lanu sọ̀rọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe gba àwọn ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, bí ìyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ tí ò jẹ́ kó rí àwọn ọmọ mọ́ di ọdún èní tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Mo ti pàdé bàbá àgbàlagbà ní patí tó ń yọ omi lójú nípa bí ọkùnrin bí obìnrin ìyàwó òun bó ṣe gba àwọn ọmọ tó kọ ẹ̀yìn àwọn ọmọ òun sí òun. If you forgot that, I'll give you something fantastic. I get this glass fit you that. Kazeem Adeyinka, I'm a married woman, no. So let's go ahead. Nígbà tí mo wá sọ̀rọ̀ pàṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, mo rí àgbàlagbà ọkùnrin tó yọ omi lójú lórí pé òun àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ò sí papọ̀ mọ́. But ìyàwó ó kọ ẹ̀yìn àwọn ọmọ sí di ọjọ́ ìní. Bóyá ọjọ́ ìní kọ́ as at the last time tí mo rí wọn ní 2 years ago. Àgbàlagbà tó ní orúkọ ní society sí àwọn ayé mọ̀ gidi ni. Now let's go back to ọ̀rọ̀ Táíwò àti Dọ̀tun. Wọ́n ti ń gbègbè ayé ọkọ àti aya for a long time. Àgbọ̀n kankan. Bí ọkọ ṣe jáde bí 2 weeks ago nìyẹn tó kígbe pé Táíwò bá mi gbé àwọn ọmọ mi. Bá mi kó àwọn ọmọ mi sílẹ̀. Tó bá ti ẹ̀fẹ́ mi mọ́ o ò lè kó àwọn ọmọ lọ. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ó tún call Debanj out pé Debanj o ò lè jẹ́ kí ìyàwó òun kó àwọn ọmọ kúrò lọ́dọ̀ òun. Bá mi kó àwọn ọmọ mi, jẹ́ kí n fojú rí àwọn ọmọ mi. And we have seen the pictures of òun àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Àti rí àwọn pictures òun àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Severally where he has been bonding with the children. He has this attachment with them. We call them secure attachments. But I have seen in so many ways. Tí máa ń rí òun àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ lórí Instagram tó máa gbé àwọn ọmọ. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọkùnrin míì wọn ò ní time for ọmọ. Ẹlòmíì bóyá ojú ayé but eléyìí a ti ń rí àwọn pictures wọn pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Ẹ rí pé ó ní kind of relationship with these children. Kò fi àyè pé bàbá ò sí láyé yín lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. So all along he's had a good relationship with his children. But we didn't know they had a problem at home. Any problem. Nobody knew anything. Like all other relationships that we all have. We've got our differences. We've got our troubles. We've got no home is full of bed of roses. No. Àìmọye marriages. So ẹjọ́ ń gbé ńgbà míì gan ni bí ẹkọ̀ ń cohabit ni. Do you understand? So nǹkan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn for a very long time. But we've seen pictures where he posted everything. Do you understand? Yola, you said, court already granted joint custody to both of them, but the wife refused to let him see the kids. Yes, ma. We're going to talk about that. Where we defile court orders and we don't look into it because we have the upper hands on the children. Now, tell Uncle Kazimu. Now, let's go straight to the point. Now, so, Bobo Ikigbejade, all along, I think we all, I would say we all are not an exceptional person out of this. Because we all have been hearing him shouting on top of his voice. In the wilderness. It's like he's in the wilderness. Eba mi o, eba mi gbomo mi o, eba mi gbomo mi o. But why look away? We have been looking away not because we want to look away. Like I said, we have been preoccupied with the case of Mohbad. But surely this guy has been shouting, crying on top of his voice for us all to hear him out. And for us feminists that we are out there. What do we say to this? Ó ti ń pè wá láti pé ẹ̀yin tó pé yín máa ń jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ obìnrin all the time. Ọkùnrin ti jí dancing. So no need help yín. I'm a point of being a man jaffun. But she ring Koko to bad nínú nǹkan tó ọmọbìnrin yìí ṣe ni. Like Yola said, he has the custody of the children too. They've granted him the custody to see the children. But the wife is not allowing him to do it. Is denying him the custody. Now, ó ti jáde níjẹta yẹn ìyàwó. Oko episu le. I've been keeping quiet because of the children and all that. There is one that is still, they are still sweeping under the carpets now. It's about Nini Lowo. Nini Lowo, Kilonje, Nino Lowo. You know that fine, tall guy. The Nino Lowo guy has been crying out. I don't know what is wrong with the marriage or what went wrong with the marriage. Don't say is what went wrong with the marriage because they are no more together. Nino Lowo ó ti jáde, ó ti ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo wa pé àwọn ò sí together mọ́. But you can see that Nino Lowo is always coming out to talk. He wants to say something out. But because of the society where he belongs, he is not saying anything. But I see that there are more to this thing that made the highs. We have not seen the wife talking about it at all. Why is it that it's Ninoluwo that is talking? People are saying that maybe he's trying to call a win sympathy and all. It might not be. It might just be a case of, look, I've got something to say. Can people hear me out? Do you understand? So many of these men find it very difficult to speak out. But once they are able to get that confidence to speak out, they will spill the bean. Now, this guy has come out to speak to us all. But we seems to just say, we don't care because you're a man. No. No one has the right to deny the other party the custody of their children, the bonding of their children, the love of their children. Most women, I think I will continue to say it, we do it a lot. This lady came out now after the husband shouted out and cried out, she came out to say, it's because of the children. I've been respecting the children and I don't want to go on the internet to spill the bean and let everybody know what you've been doing. You have been abusive to me. That's the wife talking now to us. To us women that we are always quick to jump when it comes to abuses. Like, I'm one of those advocates for it. I will say any abuse is an abuse. We've got different types of abuse. I've always said it. If you are emotionally abused, you are emotionally tortured by a man or a woman, please get out of the relationship. If you are financially abused, get out of the relationship. If you are physically abused, get out of the relationship. Because you might not come out alive if you don't go on time. But that is not the issue now. Thank God for her. She said, yes, she walked out of abusive relationship. Will I tell her to stay there? Never. I'm not part of those women that will lie to you that you have to die there. So, I love you, my baby, my sister, my AK family. Do you understand? So, when it comes to abuses, I would say, bravo to Taiwo. If truly she's saying the truth. You understand? So, she came out now to tell the whole world that, she has been abused by this man for a very long time. And she has kept in because of her parents, her mommy, her brother, they do advise her, which is fine. IDK and Bimbo, just a year ago, we lost a young girl of 34, 35 years. Bimbo by in an abusive, toxic relationship where she set herself on Odano Suare, Olofedano Sumatoko, and because plus including the same English, no, the fact that they were both into substance misuse. Now, we don't want to lose anybody, not a man or a woman this time around. So for Taiwo to have walked out of that relationship, bravo to her, she has done a very good thing. Then, if you had Taiwo, if you had walked out, or people like Taiwo that I might be talking to tonight, Ogundele, you are welcome, man. I love you too. For people like Taiwo that I might be talking to tonight, for people like Taiwo that I might be talking about tonight, if you are lucky to have walked out of an abusive relationship, why are you denying your partner, your ex, is right over his children? Kilo de so deke olomo ko toju omo e. I am not talking about the useless ones. There are some fathers that they even find it, thank God she's gone with her Ijogbo and all the bukata. And they will use that opportunity to say, yes, me only fun any kokon. It can't fit me. Me only fun any kokon. I'm not going to give you anything because you took my children away. Kiniko. I'm not talking about those fathers. I'm talking of responsible fathers. If truly Dotun was, maltreating you, you never had a good time, you understand, in his home, he's asking for the custody of his children. Not full custody, at least have a say in their lives. It wants to be part of their growing up. You are lucky some men would not even look back, like those ones I said, the useless ones. The Balogun Ajoke, you're welcome, ma. Not those ones. We are talking of real fathers. The fathers that we will always remember them, even when they are no more. I always remember my father, even though he was a polygamist. You know, he grew up on the island. If you are doing anything, another one will come. But he never joked with his children. In fact, this Ajoke you are seeing, this refined, beautiful Ajoke, you will have seen me, you know, selling asho on Lagos Island, doing, not that those that are selling it, I'm not saying they are not doing well, they are not, no, that's not what I'm saying. But my father came to us. I was living with my mother, even when they parted ways. I was living with my mother on the island, and that's why I'm always more of Omeko than anything. Do you understand? I attended Holy Trinity Primary School. So you can imagine growing up in that environment where pata was the only thing we were worrying about. Do you understand? Because my mother took us, myself and my brother, we were living in Lagos Island. Do you understand? We were living on in Lagos Island, and you know that kind of life that I met when I got to Lagos Island that we were living. Because they had me when they were in, my dad and my mom, when they were in Andrew Street. But we moved to Lagos Island when my father departed from my mother. They parted ways, and my mother was with us. And the life on the Lagos Island where I grew up was all the ladies there, they go back to their family house. Our family house was Disu family compound. All the people you see there were once married to 1, 2, 3, 4 husbands, and they all came back. To us on the island, it wasn't a big deal. Tí ọkọ bá ṣe nonsense, wá ó ga ṣe pé kò ní lágbá fún ẹ, tá ń ráyè òṣì. Ó yá, mo nílé bàbá, mo nílé ìyá tí mò ń kó lọ, kíákíá ó ti gbẹ́rù, ó ti padà sílé ìyá àti ilé bàbá ẹ̀. So kò ń ṣe big deal to us. So my mother was there, my grandmother was there, and so many. Look, it's no big deal to us on the island. So if you want to abuse me, don't abuse me with that one. You know, it's a big deal. Oh no, ma, no, so we were there, and then I grew up to meet people like that. I grew up to see my aunts, you know, using Shali in the morning, sitting down on the island, you know, comfortably. My mother was a politician, a big-time politician on the island. So that was the life I met. That was the life I knew. But despite the fact that my father got married to another person, because he worked with Chevron, then it used to be Gulf Oil. My father came back. As at that time, he would still come and see us. He would give us, they used to give them voucher on the island. They give Gulf Oil used to give them voucher for the children to go, for the family to go every December. We'll go and pick all, I think 2 or 3 times a year. We'll go and pick things in Leventis. So by the time I packed everything, me and my brother would pack everything home. It was like, big deal to everyone. Like, you understand? So there and then, my father, anytime he comes on the island, he will look at us and be like, I want more Miri. I want more Miri. Then they gave them houses in Satellite Town. So it was a very beautiful environment. We grew up with Oyimbos there. Do you understand? So immediately my father got that 4-bedroom bungalow. What he did was came running for us to say, no, my children will not stay with you on the island. Even though my mother was like, oh, Nika, mommy, oh, Nisha, that meaning, how much time you have to when Jenny Sale could be? How mommy, to get me to my dear, though, about Patala Sala Mama, the only thing we wanted to learn was how to dress up, how to look good, how to put Charlie in the morning and in the evening, go and dress up and go to parties. That was the lifestyle. It was an acceptable norm. So, Because of the fact that my father wanted a good upbringing for us, he took us away from Lagos Island and took us to Satellite Town. And that is why you can see this kind of person in me. He taught me most of the things. You understand? So I lived with him, with the second wife, with another wife. And, you know, after that one left, you know, my mom came back and they trained us together. But if my father had not come to take us away from my mother, probably my mom will not come back to him. Do you understand? So, even Kobenyem, a father, Baba yato si Baba, I'm not talking of useless fathers. No. This is the type of father we are talking about in Dotun. He's looking to take his children, to look after his children himself, to give them whatever he can. That is the person I'm talking about. So why are you shielding him from getting close to the children? I've got a lot of men that do tell me that, look, I won't feel jewelry, I want more. There was one that was talking to me today, just today, today, yes, this afternoon. He brought that woman to this UK about 15 years ago. They've been living here together for 15 years ago. Koto she wa mo pe ọmọ àkọ́kọ́ tó bí fóun ọmọ àlè ni. Wọ́n sì together mọ́. Ọmọ kejì tó tún bí fún kò tún jẹ́ kó rí àwọn ọmọ. Not only him, a lot of men are coming to us to tell us things, unimaginable things, that we feel women should please listen to this. You cannot train a child alone. You cannot train your children alone. We all need that other partner. The good ones. I'm not talking of the useless ones. So please come allow. I'm sorry about Baba Gidi. I'm Baba Lalu Barika. You need them in your children's lives. You cannot do it alone. In as much as they need your love, they need their fatherly love too. The fatherly care, the fatherly advice is important to every child. And you being that you fight your man, I mean, you have problem with your wife or husband or whatever. The next thing, you guys, maybe a man or a woman, you start telling that, I've told you, I've done that in one of those programs that I used to do. I said, there are some things you don't do when you leave a marriage or a relationship. Never, ever divulge unnecessary information to your children about your ex. Never speak ill of your ex. Má pe ex lórí burúkú lójú àwọn ọmọ ẹ. Má pe bàbá àwọn ọmọ ẹ lórí burúkú lójú àwọn ọmọ ẹ. Má pe ìyá àwọn ọmọ ẹ lórí burúkú lójú àwọn ọmọ ẹ. So many of these children, you have destroyed their lives by telling them things that even never happened. Some of you will lie on your exes. All because you want to gain your children's love. No, it doesn't work like that. You're destroying their lives. They will grow to hate that partner of yours, your ex. They will grow to hate that person for life. By the time you want to make amends, it will be too late. It will be too late. Never, ever speak ill of them. Leave them to God. Even go see how awful it can be. Never you do that. Walk away peacefully and go and check yourself out. Reassess yourself. Nobody is perfect in a relationship. I am not perfect. He's not perfect. We are both not perfect. So why will it be like Makparo? We pay me perfecta, perfecto, perfecti. No. No one is perfect. No one is a saint. Okaya emo. Pe boya o send text or o shashimashi. Maybe she had an affair and you got to know. You have had 50 affairs that she had known. She forgives you all the time. So that one time that you caught your wife maybe just a text or chats. You held on to that so much that even your parting away is not even about that. But you hold on to that, and that is the only thing you'll be telling your children. Yayi aṣẹ́wó ni. Àìmọye tí mo ká mọ́ lọ́wọ́. Yayi aṣẹ́wó ni. Kí yayi tó kúrò nínú ilé mi, aṣẹ́wó ni. You will destroy that woman's life totally, while the woman will still be keeping it from the children. Like, teba monti baba yin ṣe. But èyí ti fẹnu ba yé ọkùnrin yẹn jẹ́. Kódà o, èpè lẹ ń ṣe fáwọn ọmọ yín lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. Kò sí nǹkan mi. Bóyá ọkùnrin ni, bóyá obìnrin ni. And believe me, mo ti gbé woman kan wá bí báyìí rí lórí program mi. That woman was saying that the daughter wanted to get married, and she insisted that she wanted her father there. And because they parted ways for a very long time, the mother said, no, your father will not be there. Your father will not be there. I trained you up. I did this, I did that. Speaking to the lady said she was not too young when she saw what the mother was doing to their father. That, of course, it was the mother that trained them up, that looked after them. But because she refused their dad in their lives. Yes. Ọmọ yẹn ṣe ìyàwó bàbá ẹ̀ wà ńbẹ̀, woman yóò dé lọ. Because of the book, But the girl was happy. She knew the truth. You can only hide the truth for a long time, but the truth shall prevail one day. No matter how you hide the truth. Oh, le parọ́ fáwọn ọmọ, a lè gba àlùbọ́sà, ká gbin ẹ̀fọ́, ká gbin àlùbọ́sà kó grow ẹ̀fọ́, whatever it is. Nta bá gbé la máa ká. O lè parọ́ fáwọn ọmọ ńsìn, ìyẹn ìwọ obìnrin, ìyẹn ìwọ ọkùnrin. But they will go to know the truth. And the truth will set the other partner free. Because that child you have ordered so much, the children you have prevented from seeing their father or their mother, we see them eventually. Especially when it comes to children with their fathers. You start wondering, have you not seen where a child will just from nowhere, a father that has not been there for him or her, they will just stand up and say, no, it's my father. No matter what, it's my father. How about that? You even be telling them things like this. Why come I will together? At least I was not there, so they don't care. So for Dotun and his wife, I just want to beg you, Taiwo, or those of you that are in these shoes. For some of you, you know, that are going through this, I'm begging you. Do not use children as baits. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let Dotun have a say in his children's lives. Let him show them the love, fatherly love that they deserve. And for all of you that you are into this business of using children, especially when they know that that other partner, I trust you. You buy all stars, Shani. Thank you so much. God bless you. For all of you buy all stars, help my condition. Help condition Ajoke. Ajoke Tamu, Ebarangu. Ajoke Taigo. Igo logi shirishi. These are glasses that you can use as recommended, you know, with prescription. Ito logo koni Prada, Lele, alogi shirishi, ani Versace, ani Ferragamo, alogi shirishi, Benny, ebola so many Benny. Atoni Miu Miu, ani Dio, ani Tory Bosch, Tory Bosch, alogi shirishi. Auntie Dele's only my beautiful admin. Thank you, ma. So, do you understand? By the time you're saying, some of you, oh yeah, so fun babe, I need you work on. So fun babe, mama gbe pe lórí àwọn ọmọ yín. I should wear the Ferragamo, okay. Ferragamo tani je wo ito wa. Mama gbe pe lórí àwọn ọmọ. Oh, kò má dà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wọn mọ rí bàbá wọn. This is the case of Ferragamo. You know, this is the case of Ferragamo. Ẹ jẹ́ kí bàbá wọn kó rí bàbá wọn. They might deny wọn access to their fathers or their mothers. Àwọn ọkùnrin mi burú. Ẹ wo ti bàbá Mohbad, mi ò ní bàbá Mohbad burú o. But to àbúrò mama Mohbad. Only baba Mohbad ni ò jẹ́ kí ìyá Mohbad kó wá rí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. This is Ferragamo. Animal skin. It's so cute. Do you know? See packaging, no? Packaging to bed, you know? See packaging, no? Do you understand? Like that woman said, okay, Baba Mohbad ni ò jẹ́ kó rí kó wá rí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀. But there are so many of them like that. Tí wọn kì í jẹ́. Tí ìyá tèmi bá deny daddy me of seeing us. I might not be here today. Mo lè máa tata nísàlẹ̀ Èkó. Do you understand? Mo lè máa tata nísàlẹ̀ Èkó. Please get it, ma. Yaola is very beautiful. But because my father was like, okay, you can get us on Plus. Let me give you our number so that I'll tell you the price. We have them. I will give our number is let me give you our number. +44 74 66 25 7385. +44 74 66 25 7385. Call us for all your human hair, braids, glasses. That's what we do here. Do you get me? So many of us, I will not be where I am today. I'm 100% sure. Because mo rántí ìgbà tí mo lọ sí ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó. Baba ọ̀rẹ́ mi ko baba Kafaya, on bi mi ni baba Kafila, on bi mi. But I was watching you know every your festival will go. My dad will bring us to Lagos Island so that we watch because Omeleye Oniwa we watch Eyo and all that your festival. So we were there that day and I was watching cartoon, you know, Abatoshe Koko ni ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó, tawa lọ gbé inú satellite town, níbi táwọn ọmọ òyìnbó ń gbé. We were watching cartoon and I was laughing. And Baba Kafila said, Kafaya, Shogban ton win Benny. Shogban ton win. He was surprised because he was like, Kafaya to jagbe, ko boyinbo kan to ku ni ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó. Kafaya tí ògbóyìnbó kan, wọ́n ní, àdókò wí mẹ́rin, Kafaya, Shogban ton win Benny. Mo ní, mo gbọ́. Ó ní, ó sì ń rẹ́rìn, Shogban ton win Benny ni. Baba Kafila is father to my friend and they are from Aroke ni wọ́n. Yes, Baba Kafila, ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni Kafila. Aroke làwọn àwọn wá gbalé lọ́dọ̀ wa nísàlẹ̀ Èkó ni. Ó ní Shogban ton win Benny ni. Do you understand what they're saying? And I'm like, yeah, I do understand. And it was like, Ogbo, Baba wo pe Shogban ton win ni. So, you know, I might have ended up, you know, like normal Omo ìsàlẹ̀ Èkó style. So I'm just begging us because you'll be depriving those children of so many things that they deserve. Please, please. Ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ kí wọ́n gba ẹ̀tọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ bàbá wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ìyá ọmọ kó dúró tọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ fẹ́ wọn mọ́, I'm not saying you have to be together forever. If the relationship is not working again and you have both decided to move apart, please do not deny the children the rights to their parents, the fatherhood or motherhood. They need them. A woman needs to nurture a child, to show her how to love or him how to love. Because we have a lot of love to give. So also the man needs to put some basic life skills to a child. Do not let us deny any one of it. Please, anyone that knows these people, speak to them. Taiwo, the man cried out now that you've taken the children out of the country so that we won't hear him. Kí ni orúkọ ẹ̀yọ̀ yín? Kí ló dé ará mi dé ní ṣe ní mọ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀ mi. Àwọn ẹ̀yọ̀ àgéré là máa ń gbé. Ẹ̀yọ̀ àgéré ni. Ẹ̀yọ̀ òṣà là máa ń gbé. Yes, ẹ lọ bèrè ẹ̀yọ̀ àgéré ni tiwa. Ẹ dẹ̀ ní mi ò ní mẹ́yọ̀, mi ṣe ní mẹ́yọ̀. Mo gbé kòrò mẹ́yọ̀. Ẹ̀yọ̀ àgéré ni. Mo máa ń ṣọ́ ẹ̀yọ̀ nísàlẹ̀, ká nísàlẹ̀ ni mo wà máa fẹ́ ẹ̀yọ̀ wa hàn yín. Ẹ̀yọ̀ mi ò fi ṣeré. So, now, you have taken the children out of the country. Your husband has cried out today, your ex has cried out today that you have taken the children out of the country. It's not fair on them. Even emotionally, you're going to damage these children because they love their father. They've been used to him, they are attached to him. John to be alone. Please look into this and let him have access to his children. Especially if you have been given, if he's been given custody, to always have access to the children. Hello, caller. Hello? Yes, sir.
Hello.
Ekale, sir.
Yeah, Ekale, Ekujometa,
Ekujometa, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think your today's program had to be able to be one Banye. Tori ni Banye Ashawa. There is a moral discipline and there is a culture then. You can't just do anyhow. Tí àwọn tó bí wa tó bá sí ní tá bá ṣe ń tí ó dá àwọn tó wà ní wọn máa nà wá dé àwọn tó bí wa ni kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó wọn tó bí wa máa tún tán máa ṣe fún wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Láyé ìgbà yẹn tá bá lọ sí sùkúl tí tíṣà bá nà wá àní lè sọ bọ̀dọ̀ bá di tẹ́tí pé tíṣà nà wá àní ló dé àní lè sọ fún wọn á tún tẹ̀lé wa lọ sí sùkúl ìjọ kejì wọn á tún ní kó tún nà wá dáadáa ni. Reverse is the case nowadays. Especially when there is social media or all this phone or whatever, and all this media, social whatever. So I want to change it. But I want to change it. Apply it into our own life. Negative, it might get negative to my body, to my affect you. To positive law. I tell Doctor, honestly, that's why I couldn't call anybody on this issue. My brother don't say by me ever paid it because all of I can't buy a share anyway. Yes. I'm out here what is the buy a share anyway. Nítorí pé kíni Mohbad ti kú lónìí ó wà wájú Ọlọ́run àwọn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Níbi tó wà lọ́hùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ń sìn òun náà nínú ọkọ̀ àmọ́ ibi tóun ti ṣe mistake fúnra rẹ̀ torí òun náà ní ibi tó ti ṣe mistake.
Of course.
Akọ̀pẹ́ lọ́mọdé ni ọmọ 27 years kò tẹ bàbá mú náà òun náà ti gbọ́n náà. Yes, òun náà ti gbọ́ ó ti rí owó ó ti mọ tó ń pè ní owó. So òun náà ti máa mọ ibi tóun ti ṣe mistake nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run má jà kú ká máa jẹ̀bi. Yes, ọlọ́màjà kú tán ká máa jẹ̀bi ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀kọ́ ní gbogbo ohun tó kàn ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí oníkálukú mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nínú ẹ̀ ká ṣẹ̀kì ara wa àti ìyàwó àti ọkọ àti ìyá àti bàbá ká ṣẹ̀kì ara wa. Ok.
Yes, sir.
Mo fẹ́ fi kéèsì tèmi ṣe ẹ̀sán fún yín báyìí. Mo dé Amẹ́ríkà èèyàn ló gbé mi wá obìnrin ló gbé mi wá. Nígbà tó tẹ̀ gbé mi débi a lot of things ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin èmi àti ẹ̀. Kò yé. Nígbà tó tẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ èmi kúrò lé mo dẹ̀ ti rí pé bí kí ni iṣẹ́ ń lọ yìí ó lè pọ̀ sí ikú fèmí. I don't care bí àwọn èèyàn lè máa gbọ́ àwọn tó mọ sórí yẹn lè máa gbọ́ lẹ́yìn I don't care. So mo rí pé kí ni ó lè fa ikú fèmí mi sọ fún òbí mi pé bá kó náà di agbádá Amẹ́ríkà mo fi wá kù náà. Mo dẹ̀ ṣe ó jẹ́ kí n ṣe fine. Ó dẹ̀ lóhùn lọ court fine. Ó dẹ̀ lọ court ó pè lọ́ọ̀yà ìdíje òkè àjẹjọ sọ but nígbà tá àjẹjọ sọ ọmọ alárin pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó sọ fún lọ́ọ̀yà yìí pé tí bá máa wá rí ọmọ wọ́n máa yan supervisor tẹ̀lé mi lẹ́yìn mi ò ń ṣe criminal náà mi ò dẹ̀ ń ṣọ̀daràn.
Hold on, sir. Ṣé ní mostly tó bá di pé tó bá jẹ́ supervised contact la máa ń pè é. Supervised contact, la man pe. To supervised contact, so many reason. It's either you have been abusive to the children, or you understand, it has to be something. One is supervised. Right, sir. Selling. Yes, sir.
Okay. If that should be the case, my life is more important to me than any other person. If I'm not alive, the child will live. You so, and this is America. So, if you not there decide okay, if that is what you want, count me out. I will never do such.
Okay, you supervised.
No. I won't take that shot. I won't take that such. No way. If that is the system of America, so be it. Let them hold their system. Bàbá ọmọ ni mo jẹ́, mo dẹ̀ mọ tí mo ń ṣe lórí ọmọ nígbà tí mo ti dé bí báyìí. So if you now choose that, no, I will not take that. Hold your child and let me be my own. Let me have my own peace of mind. If you want to take child support, I will be giving you that child support. I don't care. But I believe I want a good head for myself. Only anybody
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir.
And the person you live, you yourself you live. Why don't mama start a grandma start a church kilo kolu malu, abi kilo kolu moto? No. I won't no. I won't take such. So we do okay. If that is what you want, put your child. And let me be. And majority àwọn obìnrin l'America wọ́n ń ṣe nìyẹn.
America ni Koko o. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí bí báyìí gan náà àwọn èèyàn ti pè mí lórí ẹ̀. So problem when you kú nìyẹn, tèmi lèmi sọ yìí. So mo dẹ̀ dúró lórí ọwọ́ mi and I said it. That child will never come to my family. That's much of my life. Ẹ má bínú sir. Ṣé ẹyọ kan tó bí fún yín nìyẹn? Ṣé ẹyọ kan tó bí fún yín nìyẹn?
Ẹyọ kan tó bí fún mi nìyẹn. Yes. Normally nígbà tá a gbà ń gbé mo fún lówó mo ń ṣe everything. So nígbà tó jẹ́ ìgbé mi lọ sórí child support business lájọ ṣe gbogbo ọdún bá ń gbọ́ lágbàáyé kó máa gbọ́ lẹ́nu. I don't care. Ó ti di business because normally when tá a jọ wà lé at least mo ń take responsibility nínú ilé. But then ṣe normal ti di ẹni ṣe. Yes, as a man. Kò yé so tí ìtọ́jú lè lọ gbé sórí child support so business ló fẹ́ ṣe ògbéni wá sí America ó wà okay you need your money back and I'm going to pay you your money but I need my own peace.
Okay, òun ló gbé yín wá America. Òun ló gbé yín wá America.
Òkèlè gbígbẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn. Ó sàn ju fried rice àti turkey pẹ̀lú wàhálà àti ìṣòro lọ. Yes. So òun sọ pé ẹ̀kọ́ ló wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad. Èmi ò lè because mi ò mọ genesis ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mi ò bá wọn gbé mi ò mọ wọn rí. Bàbá ṣe mistake. Ìyá náà ní tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ẹni tó kú sọ́run lẹ́ni náà tó jẹ́ ọmọ náà òun náà máa òun náà máa wí tóun náà ti ṣe mistake torí kò ń ṣe ọmọdé mọ́. It's above 18. Ó ti mọ owó, ó ti ń ka owó. Ibi tó ti ṣe mistake nínú ibẹ̀ láàárín àwọn méjèèjì àwọn tó bí. Òun náà máa mọ̀ lẹ́ni. Kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa. Ọ̀dẹ̀bí kan sọ ni wípé àṣẹ́rí àwọn generation yìí. Tí wàhálà bá dé láàárín wa, ìdá ọkùnrin àtobìnrin, a máa ń ṣe débi wípé kíkíní yẹn bàjẹ́
kó bàjẹ́ tán pátápátá.
Kó bàjẹ́. Táyé obìnrin bá lè bàjẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ which is not so. Àwọn bàbá wa àti ìyá wa jà náà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́n bó ṣe parí ẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́n bó ṣe ń ríra wọn. Ìyá mi sọ pé bàbá òun ló jẹ́ kóun dúró tì yín lénìí. Nígbà tí bàbá òun ni òun máa dà yín lòun á lọ. Bàbá mi wá dànsí. Ṣèbí ìyá mi ló ń jọrọ̀. Bàbá mi dà. Ìyá ló ń jọrọ̀ nísìnyí. Ìyá ló máa ń tó òun rí. So it is well. Ẹ̀kọ́ lọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad jẹ́. Oníkálukú náà ló dẹ̀ ní ti tiẹ̀ lára. Àbí tiẹ̀ lára.
Oníkálukú àbí tiẹ̀ lára.
Ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó bí wa nígbà yẹn ká dúpẹ́ fún wọn. Bí wọ́n ṣe tó, bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe, bí wọ́n ṣe mánéjì ẹ̀. Táyé wá fi dáa. Torí tó bá rìn ní ìkùnì, ayé tiwa kù díẹ̀ káàtó.
Uncle, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé mo lè béèrè question kan sir?
Go ahead, ma.
Ṣé mo pé question lè gbéyàn fún child support kí obìnrin tó lè decide pé yeah, I want to go to child support. Bóyá o ti try pé láti máa bóyá ẹ ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ lórí ọmọ yẹn nígbà tó ti kúrò lọ́dọ̀ yín. Because ṣé mo you were saying something nísìnyí pé ó ṣáà ní báwọn ìyá wa àti bàbá wa ṣe ń ṣe tó bá ní problem.
Èmi kàn mú jáde ni.
Okay sir.
Èmi kàn mú jáde ni. Wọ́n bá mú ọkọ fún oníkálukú pé kó roko.
Àròsà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir, you are right sir.
God bless you ma. I won't say more than that.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Ẹ ṣé gan sir, God bless you. I appreciate you sir. Yes sir, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Honestly, ẹni tó kàn ló mọ̀. Ṣé mo nísìn eléyìí àwọn kan sọ jáde bó ṣe rí lọ́kàn wọn. There are loads. I said somebody called me today. He said he found out that their first child is after DNA. Àti rí àwọn èèyàn tó sọ pé they went for DNA for traveling sake. And at the end of the day, they found out that one of the children, or the first one mostly, àwọn ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ṣe ọmọ wọn. And then that father will have to ask question, what happened? And wàhálà máa bẹ́lẹ̀. Ìyàwó máa take opportunity pé look, and mostly women, we are taking advantage of the fact that we have the upper hand here. I'm not saying, look, I just want to be balanced here. I'm not saying men too do not have their own problems. But when it comes to child child support, most women don't man sọ pé torí child support yẹn gongo ló ṣe máa ń jà. Èmi ò mọ̀ tó ọbẹ̀ o. Àní mo sọ pé àwọn ọkùnrin tó useless yàtọ̀ o. Ṣùgbọ́n ọkùnrin tó bá jẹ́ ọkùnrin gidi kò ní gbà pé òun ò ní wà in that child's life. But tó bá di pé irú ìtàwọn sọ yìí, ó ní reason táwọn máa sọ pé má gbé ọmọ ẹ lọ, mi ò gbà. Because tí ò bá sí abuse kankan, wọn kì í ṣe supervised contact. Do you understand? For everyone, tó bá wà níbàyí tó jẹ́ children social worker, you can bear me witness. You can only do the supervised contact if the man is abusive, ó lè jẹ́ bóyá ó ti ní substance misuse problem, or bóyá ó ti abuse ọmọ yẹn, you know, sexually or anything like that. Without that, wọn kì í ṣe supervised contact. Àìmọye ìyàwó àtọkọ tó bá jà níbí by when they part ways, you can have access to your children. The child, one man fún wọn ní custody, ọmọ ilé wa lò 2 days lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, á lò 1 day níbí. But when it comes to supervised contact, no. Even a woman that's been given supervised contact after the child has been taken to care, á jẹ́ pé ìyá yẹn has always had one problem or the other with the child. But you abuse ọmọ yẹn rí, you understand? Or you are into substance or anything like that. That is only when they give supervised contact. They do it to women too. Even as a single mother or as parents, if your child is being taken to care, they can do supervised contact for you, the parents, when they are not, you know, you have those things. For children's social worker, they can bear me witness. Now, that is that. Diminish responsibilities. Yeah. Yaola. So that is that. Then the second one is about so for you, let's conclude on that. We'll still talk more of this because a lot of magbe èèyàn kan wá tó yẹ pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ìyàwó tó mú wọ̀lú yìí náà nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí gbọ́ dáadáa. So for you all, I just want to beg you, both men and women, please, ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa lo ọmọ láti fi bá ara wa jà kódà. Second